Check, check, check. Check. Distinguished guests, we are about to start the second section of International Conscious Conference 2025. This morning we had explosive sections from various speakers from all around Nigeria and the world. This evening we're going to be having Mr. Femi Jubal, his message on the International Conscious Conference 2025. Those here are some of the speakers from the event. I see Ambassador Ujineme Nakeme. See guests that have followed through from since morning, all here. If you're sitting at the back, I want to crave your indulgence to come to the front so that we have a hall. Let's just come to the front. Let's fill in the front seat. We're about to start this evening section. This is your first time at ICC, please indicate by a wave of hand so that will give you the program of event. Okay, this is your first time. So somebody will hand you, okay, you already have it. Do you have the program of event? Okay. ICC is an abbreviation of International Conscious Conference. Last year we had the first edition and it was power-packed. A conference, a global conference, where speakers from all around the globe speaking with one voice on the African that we want. And the convener is Mr. Femi Jubal, a teacher, an exoteric teacher, mentor, and an author. Please make welcome Mr. Femi Jubal as he leads us through this second section of International Conscious Conference 2025. Please give him a resounding round of applause.
One, two. Sorry, my boy. I don't need that one. Sorry, our boy. Sorry, our boy. Are we live now on YouTube and Facebook and on TikTok? Great. Once again, they are all smiling and looking at me. You're happy to see me? Wow. Can we, if you're happy to see me, can you feel the front row? So you can see me very well. I can see you very well. I would thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, mic check. Can you guys hear me? So, tonight is a very important night. When it comes to the Lionsgate portal. And I'm not going to lie to you. Tonight is the most important aspect of this event. I know that we had a lot of rain today, which is a blessing. You know, I don't complain about nature. You know, this year people have started saying stuff like, have you noticed the cold this year is worse than last year? Lie. Next year, they will still say, have you noticed that the cold this year? Every year is always hotter than the previous one. Every year is always colder than the previous one. Because we're always looking for ways to complain. So we see everything as an opportunity to complain. Not to be grateful, because there are places where they are looking for rain. They can't even find rain. Especially in this part of the world, Nigeria, where nature is a free gift. Where you can just open the window. Some of you will live in Buzape, Kubwa, in Abuja. You see people who live in Kubwa in Abuja, for instance, they tell you, like diarrhea, it's poor people. I went to see somebody at Kubwa, and at the back of this person's house, there's a rock. We'd like to move to town. She said, child, this is an insult to nature. You want me to use this?
Yes.
And you remove this?
No, just turn around. Ha, turn around. Just I don't want to take chances with the audio.
All right, then no problem. No, I'll put this one here. Thank you. And I was wondering, I said, how can you have a rock behind your house and it means nothing to you? Hey, God. Because guess what? We commonize the gift of nature that we have been blessed with in this part of the world. In some countries, they are creating artificial sea and river, artificial rock. They are creating these things in some countries. So the first thing I want us to do tonight is not to think, this rain has really, I don't think like that. It's because of this rain that people didn't come. Which rain? Thank God for the rain. Because there is a reason why the rain fell today. Some farmer somewhere needs that rain. Somebody somewhere is living in a house where there is no ventilation and they've been saying, I wish rain would just fall. And the rain fell, and guess what? The person is happy because they have this natural air condition. I am trying to make you relax. I don't want you to be too serious. Because the way people brought out their pen and paper. We are not going to war. I will write everything this night. It's good, you know. Have we sent out the link to the people who register, to the community, and every other place? I'm asking you eagerly. Have we sent it out? All right. Because, you know, the reason I'm waiting is because this night is very important. And if you can get it right this night, you would have engineered and scripted the next 12 months of your life. Because I talked about pen and jotter does not mean you should not write. Because I noticed your hand was like this. Then when I said it, write down the vision and make it plain. How many of you are here tonight with your sign and seal? With your sign and seal letter? Fantastic. How many people here don't know about sign and seal? You don't know anything about it. It's okay, you know, I'm going to explain it to you. Journaling, writing your intention is a powerful spiritual exercise. You know, oftentimes we think that spirituality must be about spooky, thunder they strike person, fire is burning, there is lightning, there is gang. To us, that is spirituality. But authentic spirituality goes beyond that. Real spirituality is in your daily routines. I hope you know that. Authentic spirituality is in the rituals and the routines that you observe every day. How important is something to you that you want to write it down somewhere because it is special to you? That exercise in itself is not just spiritual, it is glorious. And this is why the sign and seal ritual is the most important ritual of the Lions Gate portal. Because you know what you are doing? You are not just scripting and engineering the next 12 months of your life, right? You are actually publishing your spiritual authorship. Your spiritual autobiography, that's what you are doing. Whilst you are alive, you are writing how you want your life to be in the next 12 months. That is what makes you a creator. God has stopped the business and the work of creating. God does not create nothing again. Matter of fact, God only laid the foundation for everything. God or the gods, or everything you see around you, they were created by human beings like you and me. I hope you know that. Everything you see in your physical reality is a creative work of a human being. Now, humans are beginning to talk about, That is existing already. But we are now talking about moving from Earth to Mars, right? We're talking about Neuralink, installing consciousness in robots. An average mind will say that is demonic. Evil. 666. Antichrist. Now, those watching online, if you are yet to write your sign and seal ritual, it is not too late. Wherever you are, if you have it, all you need to have is a pen and a paper. If you have a pen and a paper, you are ready to script and publish your spiritual authorship. Because guess what? You know why this is very important? There are people who know me, and when I talk, they know that this guy actually practiced this thing. They saw me do it. So this is not social media clout chasing. You have to master the art of scripting your life from where it is to where you want it to be. It is called the Declaration of Independence, but it was first written, right? So, according to religion, you have the Bible, you have the Quran, right? It is the spoken word of God to a person, but the person had to write it. A lot of people don't like writing. It's in my head, it's in my head. No problem. When you write it, you are sealing it. You are signing and sealing it. When you write down your intention, you know what you're doing? You are signing and sealing your intention. There are people who practiced this last year. This period, they were like, okay, why don't you just gather testimonies and let people have sent the testimonies. To now say, let them post it is a problem for me. So we don't do all those testimony things. Honestly, let me be honest with you. I'm not comfortable with it. Every time I tried it, okay, let's do it. I'm like, just leave it. Don't bother about it. Because guess what? If something is working, people know it is working. There is no force. You don't have to impose anything. People just know it is working. So when we see people come back, you're like, for these people to come back, Nigerians that likes their money to even pay transportation to a place, Nigerians will calculate. So if they are paying for your master class and they are participating with their time, their energy, and their data, it is working. And you know why I have said that testimony will not be a selling point? Because the moment testimony becomes a selling point, you are setting yourself up for lies very soon. Because now you have to claim that testimony is happening every day. The day nothing happens, Sister Enekeme, please come. No, I'm not saying come. No. I'm not saying, brother, let's arrange something. I don't want to get to that point. But there are unimaginable experiences happening to people. I can't even name them. See, manifesting cars is now child's play to people in the community. Manifesting a car is nothing. People will just, the way they even send it to me, they send it to me casually. Mr. Femi, I manifested the car. Wow, that's great. We move on from the story. Car is now nothing to them. Right. And guess what I've said? It is impossible for a person to be committed to their own transformation and not experiencing some quantum leap. Because if they don't, then God must be a fraud. The universe must be a criminal system. It must be a structure of criminality. If you do what you need to do, and you don't get the result you desire, then the universe must be a structure of criminality. And that was how I approached divinity at some point in my life. You are a fraud, you this person they call God. You are a 419. Somebody is scared now. Don't let thunder fire you. Yeah, I said that. I said, no. I said, I can't all this, because the truth of the matter is, everything that you see in your physical reality is governed by laws. But guess what people don't know? Even scarcity is a law. For the law of the spirit of life in Christ consciousness has freed me from the law of sin and death. So, and that's the laws of nature, right? And you can't be against the law, you can only be for it. And journaling is a law. That the fact you take a pen and in a state of reverence, you begin to write your own intention as if you already have them. You know, there are few, as simple as this exercise is, you know, I tell you, 90% of the masses don't do it. I hope you know that. You think it's simple. See, 95% of people don't do it. I have it in my head. And you know why? It is because of their perception of God. Is their perception. So the question I want to ask you, or you should turn to you, the person sitting next to you and ask them, who is God to you? Ask them, who is God to you? Because to a lot of people, God is one man in the sky. Our Father, Lord God. God is the source field of consciousness from which everything emerges. God is the source field of consciousness from where everything emerges, including you. Including the stars, the moon. So the reason you are is because God is. Right? So you are because God is. So a lot of the things you are going to do and command in your life, the results you are going to command will be predicated on your perception of who God is. You know, there are people who believe that they must shout before their God will answer them. And we're not judging anybody here, right? Some people believe that the kind of God they have is a God that is so far away from them and is suffering from memory loss and amnesia that they must tell him to remember them. God, remember me. I'm taking you somewhere. Remember me, O Lord. God. Remember me, O Lord. That's their perception of God. So their own God is a God that forgets. Is a tata. Is an aged man or woman that is suffering from amnesia. There is another problem. Dementia. Thank you. Can't remember again. So you have to beg that God. When you write, you are not asking God to remember you. God does not forget. You are the one that forgot who you are. You are where you are today, not because God forgot you or because God forgets, but because you forgot who you are. That's it. So the day you remember who you are, that's the day you activate the God frequency in you. Because the Lion's Gate portal is about activating the God frequency. Because you are the physical expression of God. You are the frequency of God in expression. That's what you are. You are the frequency of God in what? In expression. That's why, I'm going to say something, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to say it with me. You are the source. Everything. You people have forgotten. You are the source. Everything outside you are tools that you use for your what? For your elevation. Right. So we don't discard anybody that tells you that there is nothing good about Bible and Quran. That person is suffering from stupidity and egos. If you can slap them. No, serious, I'm telling you. Because a lot of people these days now, because now they have woken up. Maybe because they were going to a particular church and they took their money for 20 years. Now they have left that or they are angry with everybody. So now there is nothing good about the Bible. It is a lie. There is something good about everything. So what we do is we learn from everything. We alchemize, right? That's what makes you an alchemist. Your ability to transmute energy. Right. So this is why we don't do back to sender. If you hate me, I will use that hate and transmute it to love for myself. So I won't send your hate back to you because everything is energy, right? Vibrating a frequency. If you envy me, I will use that envy to catapult myself to another phase of my life. So I won't send your envy back to you. Everything is energy vibrating a frequency. Love and hate are the same energy. Two sides of a coin, right? And this is why tonight I'm going to speak your language. Because that's the best way I can reach you. If you are here, you are either a Christian or a Muslim. How many atheists do we have here? How many Babalawo do we have here? Traditional, thank you. How many Isheshe do we have here? Fantastic. But whatever you are, you would understand that the knowledge of religious text cannot be discarded because revelation is progressive, right? So wherever you are now, you evolve to this place. So I'm going to speak your language so you can understand better and begin to function from that place. God does not have a name. Yeah, he does not. God is frequency. God is energy. God is vibration. And I'm going to prove that to you. When God, because we have to use a particular word to because we can't say when that thing, so. Met Moses in the wilderness. And Moses said, who should I tell Pharaoh sent me? What did God say? Did he tell him God sent you? What did he say to him? He says, I am. What does that mean? I am. What is I am? I'm trying to give you a backdrop to how you are going to write your letter. Because at 8 o'clock, we have to seal it. 8 o'clock on the dot, we have to seal the letter. Because we are working with numbers. We are working with numerology, which is demonic to a lot of people. But it's okay. God said, tell Pharaoh. It did not say, tell Pharaoh, Yahweh Almighty Father Lord God sent you. So tell him, I am. What does that mean? It means, whatever you tell Pharaoh that I am, that's what I am. If you tell Pharaoh that a charlatan has sent you to him, I am a charlatan. God is whatever you call it. So the terminology God itself is a generic term. I hope you know that. God, G-O-D, is a generic term. Anything can be a God. Because the reason a lot of people are where they are is because of their perspective of who God is. God is energy vibrating a frequency. God is I am. So every time you say, I am depressed, you know what you're saying? It is a part, it is your perception of God finding expression. Because God is universal consciousness seeking expression through different means. So the broke and busted person is an expression of God. This is what they are not telling people. You are going to express God based on your perception of God. The people creating chaos in Gaza and killing innocent women and children, that's an expression of God. That's a part of divinity. I hope you know this. Because God is universal consciousness seeking expression. And each and every one of us are extensions of this consciousness. You are an extension of God. That's why God said in the Bible, He says, I am light, but I dwell in darkness. So God is light, God is darkness. God is what you understand. God is what you don't understand. God is what you see, what you don't see. God is in the good, the bad, and the ugly. God is in everything. Sufism teaches you, when you see the flower and the trees clap their hands, that is God. When the birds sing, that is an expression of God. God is what you see here, the beauty of the light. The audio, that is an expression of the divine force, which we call God. God is pure frequency. Pure frequency. And when you hear the word pure, don't think that pure only means, oh, something. God is the breath of life in you. In numerology, there is your 5 most important numbers, right? And one of your 5 most important numbers is your soul urge number, which is your breath of life. Right? Your breath, that's your soul urge number is your breath of life because it is derived from the vowels in your name. So, you know, so what happens? You are both the dream and the dreamer. So you are an aspect of God. So when I look at you, I'm looking at an expression. This is not atheism. No. I have told you, I have established that there is God, right? So there is the universal consciousness. So how do you now prove? Because we have theoretical atheists, we have practical atheists, we have ignorant. There are some people who are atheists, they don't know they are atheists. I hope you know. Their God is Arsenal. Some people's God is APC. Some people's God is Labour Party. Yeah. Because God is not something or someone other in the mystery of your life. Like some mysterious entity that exists outside of you and you don't understand it. God is what you understand and what you don't understand, that you seek to understand. Now, next thing. There is so much to God to know. Next thing. There is so much to God to know that you can never get to the point where you think, now, this is the final. This is the final order. Now I know God. So much that there is nothing else to know. This is why the esoterics will tell you that the seeker and the sought are one. Yeah. God, I want to see your face. Look at your own face in the mirror. Because you will never see the face of God. God, show your hand in my life. Bring out your own hand and write that book. Make that phone call. Because you will never see the hand of God. It's all lies. This is the excuse that people make for their apathy and lethargy when they don't want to do anything with their life. They start, God, come through for me. Go out and come through for yourself. That is God coming through for you. And this is where God becomes a verb and not just a noun. Right. Because to a lot of people, God is just a noun, not a verb. God is an action word. So when you step out and you take action, that is God. When you are indoor and you are singing, that's not God. That's God, but it's a noun. There are a lot of people who have taken action during this Lionsgate portal. That is God. You know me, let me tell you. Dr. Diana will always say, I am daddy when they pamper. I don't repeat one thing twice. And I don't make a request twice. And a lot of people, and I don't follow up even in business. Yeah. Because I am looking for the God in you. And if there is God, you take action if there is God in you. And if I meet you and I'm able to stir up the God in you, yet you are not stirred up, I just step back from you like, when you are ready, go on. There are other people who want to be stirred up. I'll not be wasting my time with you. Because God must become the verb, not the noun in your life. God must become the action word. All this talk, big words without action. When we had the first International Conscious Conference last year, we planned it in less than 2 weeks. Now, this is the second one, right? Don't worry, many people will come tomorrow. This is the second one. Now, we're going to have the third one. If I tell you some of the connections that happened in the last 3 weeks because of this, and I ask myself, if we did not start the first one, what most people need to do right now is to start. That is God. You are waiting for God. Your waiting for God is an exercise in futility. God is waiting for you to make the move. a lot of the things that we say, they sound very religious, and it makes you look, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew. You go carry last. Don't worry, keep waiting. Because when God becomes a verb and not a noun, what happens is heaven becomes a state of consciousness. So you know that this is, I'm standing here right now. This is an expression of God. You are writing right there where you are an expression of God. So when God becomes a verb and not a noun, you know what happens? Prayer becomes what? An alignment. Prayer becomes positioning yourself to be in alignment with your soul's mission. So you are not praying religiously, out of order. Father, have mercy on me. Are you a criminal? What did you do? State what you did. Prayer must be, when your sign and seal letter is, the reason it is meant to be written from your higher self is because it's meant to be in alignment with your soul's mission. And I'm sure a lot of people even watching online, by now you would have started writing, because now you are getting it. Because the reason you are meant to write from your state, from your higher self, is because there are many needs you have right now, you don't know you have them. I hope you know. Most of the things people are chasing, they are wants, not needs. For some people right now, they want marriage, but currently marriage is not a need, it is a want. But until they connect to their higher self, they will keep chasing their wants. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not. So meaning that wanting is a crime. That's why people chase their wants and they have to steal and rob and lie and cheat and manipulate, because that's the only way to get your wants met. But it is infinite intelligence that supplies your needs, because needs are part of life. Needs are not illegal. You are meant to have needs as a human being. It's part of your human journey. You must have needs. Because the reason you are meant to have needs is because of the law of duality. The reason there is a need is because there is a supply. So how do you supply if there is no need? How do you want infinite intelligence to prove that there is healing if you don't fall sick? Now, say after me. Scarcity is unnatural. The only law is supply. Scarcity is artificial. Yeah, scarcity was created. Because that's why you can write as many things as you want in your sign and seal. And you can place a demand on abundance. You know why? Because you live in a planet of abundance. You can have anything you want. Economics and all this analysis paralysis, they are bull crap. And they want to tell you, no, we have to analyze why if we print more money, there will be problem. Go and print it first and see if there will be problem or not. Trees don't beg to grow. Because a tree carries within itself everything that it needs to grow. And peradventure, there are elements that the tree needs to grow that are not within the tree. The tree knows how to attract them. And that's the essence of the seed of life. And you have the seed of life in you. So you have written your sign and seal, right? And what you have done is you have activated the seed of life. You are fertilizing the seed of life in you. In the next 12 months, you must get to a place where you are so relaxed that you know the reason you don't have some things is because you don't want them. Whatever you need, you are going to have it. I don't want a Porsche car. I don't want it. So I don't care if all my friends are driving Porsche. I don't want it. I know what my needs are. So you see, so genuine needs become desires. So that's the difference, desire and want. When your needs are genuine, it becomes a desire. And your desire is legitimate. Because the reason you desire something is because it is available to you in your spiritual warehouse. All my friends are getting married. When will my turn come? What kind of statement? Yeah. It's a want, it's not a need. If it is a genuine need, it will become a desire that is not tied to whether your friends are getting married or not. If it is a genuine need, it will become a desire that is not tied to whether your friends bought a new car, another car. You don't care. Have you wondered how I know people in this city who they are swimming in millions? I know a person who is an Igbo man, he doesn't have a car. He has a fertilizer generating company. Fertilizer plant. Is it fertilizer plant? Fertilizer factory. Eh? Yes, he has it. Do you know what that is? He doesn't have a car. The house where he lives, his neighbors see the kind of car they are driving. He is not moved. And I asked him, why are you not moved? He said, I don't need it. So you are not writing in your sign and seal from the place of want. No, please. You are writing from your higher self. Genuine needs, desires. And guess what? When there is a desire, it is followed by a decision. And when there is a decision, there is action. Because decisions are the pathways to life. And the quality of your decision determines the quality of your life. This is how to engineer the life that you want to live in the next 12 months. This is how to engineer it. When you live in this realm, you are going to understand that God has not forgotten you. God does not forget. You are the one who lost it. You forgot who you are. Because you tried it once, it didn't work. Now it's time for God to remember you. Turn to the person next to you and say, God never forgets. So your sign and seal ritual is not, you are not writing so that God will remember you. Remember you based on what? No. You are activating your destiny. Because the Lion's Gate portal would either activate your destiny or magnify your distractions. And the life you are going to live in the next 12 months is determined by how you distill your attention. What are you giving your attention to right now, in this moment? What's your dominant frequency? The Lion's Gate portal would magnify your dominant frequency. That's what it does. I am that I am. That's what God said to Moses. Whatever your perception of God is right now, that's what the Lion's Gate portal will magnify. Divine visitation is not an event that disrupts your life. No. When people say, God visits me, if you are a confused person and God visits you, your confusion will multiply. Yes. And people wonder, why God visits me 5 years. There are confusion every day. Because God is visiting you. Where you are a confused person. So the sign and seal is an exercise of personal responsibility. So you become the engineer, the architects of your life. Because listen, everything you need to live the life that you desire, they are already in you. And I'm not saying this based on all those motivational talk. It is in you. It's in you. There are people right now that if they can just step out of where they are and just start singing. Yoruba people will call singers alagbe. You know, these days I was watching the video of what happened at the airport where a Fuji musician in Nigeria was standing in front of an aircraft. And the lady almost crushed him because he thought he had power, right? So I said, what is this man's contribution to Nigeria? To think that he has this level of power just because he sings Fuji music. That's all. Let me not mention his name. He did not invent anything that has cured any disease just because he sings and they pay him, and he feels that he can hold a whole airport to ransom just because he sings. Now, there are people that the day you start singing, that's the day you start building your influence. To others, it is insignificant. To you, I sing, but I don't think it is singing I need to build influence in my life. There is something you must activate within yourself. Most of the time, it is what you overlook. It is the truth. That gift, that talent you've swept under the carpet. That sword you are meant to sharpen. That is the tool that you need, the resource that you need to activate your destiny. And it is during the Lionsgate portal that we put all of this into perspective, because guess what? The Sirius star, which is the sun that is larger than the reflector you are seeing. The sun that you see is just a reflector. That's not the main sun. What they have done is they have separated spiritual astronomy from science. So everything that the elites and the powerful use, they create the impression to the masses that is either demonic, irrelevant, or useless. So the masses are applying half-baked theories and getting half-baked results. But the elites and the powerful are activating and using these things that they have demonized or referred to as irrelevant and useless. So everything that you see is a reflector. There is something behind it. Everything you see is just the surface. There is something underneath they are hiding. And most times it is hidden in plain sight. So the sun that you see is not the main sun. It is just a reflector. There is a sun that is bigger, twice in mass than what you can see. It is the Sirius. S-I-R-I-U-S. Yes. Not Sirius, S-E-N. And what happens during the Lionsgate portal? The Sirius star, which is the server that supplies frequency, sends energy to the reflector that you can see, sends through the Orion's belt high vibrational frequency. This is science. This is astronomy. There is nothing demonic about it. This is what helps you to see time as not just a mechanical entity, but as a spiritual tool that you can use. Because when you understand time as a spiritual system, you begin to function in seasons, not in the chronological calendar and time. I must marry between December and... Then you go and marry a charlatan. I must make this money. I'm not saying don't give timelines. The reason we give timelines to our desire is because it helps us to formulate action plans. We are not people who function from the Gregorian calendar. No. That's a doctored, corrupt Roman calendar. We work with times and seasons, right? And that's why the Lions Gate portal is not necessarily about July, August. No, it's the fact that during this period, because seasons has never changed, time has changed. They've changed the calendar. They've changed history, but they can't change seasons. And based on what the ancients understood during this period, whether it is July, August, we call it July, August now, right? Because people who argue, but our calendar has been changed. This is my answer to them. Whether we call it July or August, or the ancients called it something else, this period, the river Nile is flooded. This period, there is high vibrational frequency. This period, there is energy. This period, that's why you see a lot of people want to do events this period. They've planted structures of distraction because they know that your spirit will be stirred. Whether you like it or not, something in you will be stirred. You can't sleep, you are waking up early, you are confused, you are generating frequency for someone else to use. Because energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another. And that's why you see, you must, one thing, be selfish with your attention this period. Me, I'm not saying don't watch Brother Najao. I don't criticize anything. It's not my business. Because after this BB Niger, somebody is walking home with how much? So that's that person's manifestation. So you don't be an enemy. Don't be a hater. So you are the one that will sit down and say, do I need this? Nothing is bad and nothing is good. Your own intention may be bad to someone else, what you are looking for. So somebody wanted to change their financial story, and Big Brother Niger came, and they enlisted them. And the person would win the money. They will gain fame and influence. There is nothing bad about it. You are the one that will sit down. Do I need to watch two people kissing themselves? No, I don't need it. Okay, I need it. There are people on social media building content from BBN and raking in thousands of dollars. I hope you know that. Because at some point in their life, they ask infinite intelligence, how do I make money? And they got an idea. Whenever Big Brother Niger starts, cut their content and post. Come on now, man. This is high-level spirituality without ego. To some people, what we are doing here is nonsense. I hope you know that. All these lazy people, what are they doing? Talking about spirituality. So the Lion's Gate portal would either activate your destiny or magnify your distraction. You must become a user of your energy. The problem is, I've used this analogy several times. Let me do it again so that people can truly understand. A lot of Nigerians have illegal connections in their house, right? They don't pay a light bill. Am I lying? But there are structures in place to ensure that doesn't happen. So how are people able to do it? Because of negligence. Yeah. because of the negligence of the relevant agencies responsible to protect the distribution of energy. Now, the reason you are drained is not because you are not generating energy. You are drained because of your negligence. You pray, pray, pray. You fast, fast, fast. You speak in tongues, speak in tongues. You sing, sing, sing. You generate energy. Every human being can generate energy. But not every human being can monitor the distribution of their energy. So your negligence is the reason you are drained. You are working and other people are chopping. That's what's happening. Especially during the Lionsgate portal. See, do you know how delicate the Gregorian calendar is? The Gregorian calendar is an occult system set up to hold people down. This January to December you are seeing is an occult system set up to keep you in the loop. They want to keep you in the loop. That's what they are doing. That's why you see, you have to also manipulate that energy. So I don't look at January to December. Currently now I am in August 2025 to August 2026. Shay, when I want to play game, okay, let's play together. I'm in August 2025. I'm already thinking about August 2026. Be steps ahead. That's what you are meant to do. Because the Gregorian calendar is set up to keep you in the loop. So that by November this year, you are looking for last minute miracle. It's because you are in the loop of the Roman corrupt calendar. But when you work with time as a spiritual calculator and system, seasons, you know when it's your season. Right? You know. When it's time for you to move, you move. I don't understand the difference between day and night, especially if you are in an area where there is security. I don't know the difference between day and night. I wake up anytime to work. Because the moment you find yourself adhering strictly to this chronology, right? You are not going to understand. Christians call it kairos, right? How many Christians? Your time, your season within the time frame of the calendar. So January to December, but something you are meant to take an action around the time of April, right? We call it April because that's the name we have given to it. But on a particular day in April, there is an action you are meant to take that is meant to lead to other things that will transform your life. But because you are in the loop of chronology, you are not sensitive to seasons. When you are too bothered by times and calendars and dates, you are going to disconnect yourself from seasons, understanding seasons. When is the time for harvest? When is the time to plant? When is the time to step back a bit? So for me, I would rather say it's my season. I won't say it's my time. Because it's everybody's time, right? Everybody believes it's their time. Are you writing your sign and say ritual now? When you write, you are writing from your soul. That's what you are doing. You are putting in written format your soul's software. That's what you are doing. There is a language that your soul speaks and understands. It is not English. Right. When you are riding, when you are flying, the language that pilots use to communicate, you are a passenger, but you never understand it. You just know that the plane is moving and the plane is landing. Right? So what you are writing is the interpretation of the language of your soul, because your soul has a software. So your soul functions by algorithm because it has a software. So when you write from your higher self, you write based on the communication of your soul. what your soul needs in this moment, not what somebody else has that you want. I'm clarifying this because if we get it, say after me. Put your hand on your chest and say after me. I am loved. I have everything I need now. I have everything I need now. Now say this, my desires are legitimate. My desires are legitimate. Because they are. Now, one of the important aspects of the sign and seal ritual is when you write it and you seal it, you keep it in a place where you will never see it again until next year, August 8, 2026. You know why? So that you don't breathe your doubt and your fear into it. Because listen, your desires are legitimate, right? The reason you desire something is because it is available to you in your spiritual warehouse. So it is already available. It is not something that is about to be created. It exists in the now, in the moment. Everything happens now, right? No past, no future, it is now. So for instance, you are online and you want to buy something from Temu. So you see, look. So people, Temu has never cheated me. So when people talk, I'm like, why are you? Because I read all the instructions. I read everything. The reason something else is being delivered to you that is opposite what you want in your life is because you are not specific. You did not. Especially because it is a want, not a need. Right? Most people who fall victim to that are greedy people who saw a car, and the car, when you calculate it, is 39,000 naira on Temu. Or they saw a jewelry that is meant to be like 3 point something million, and they see 38,000 naira, and they order it. It is want. This want. I want. But if you are operating from the place of your desire, your genuine need, you know what happens to you? You will never have something you did not bargain for. What you are looking for will start looking for you. That's what happens. That's where synchronicity takes place. You magnetize your desire. It's a law of magnetism. We live in a quantum field. This is a quantum field. Everything vibrates a frequency, right? So your desire is magnetic. And the fulfillment of your desire exists now. The car you are looking for is in a car dealership. It's not something that they're about to. If your car has not been made, then it is not, you are only fooling yourself. It exists right now. If the car that you desire does not exist, you are meant to actually invent a car. Yeah. The healing that you need, that you desire right now, it exists right now. It's not something in the future. It's not something that is so far away from you. The reason you are not having it is because you think that it is something you have to chase. But when you start functioning from this dimension, you know what happens? It draws near to you and you draw near to him. Now, everything you have written or you're going to write in your sign and seal ritual, you have actually lived that reality. There is a part of you that has lived that reality. You are a multi-dimensional being. You are not just one person. You are a multi. So there is a part of you that has experienced what you desire right now. Yeah. So your goal, you are not here to create that part of you. You are here to draw near to that part of you. So it draws near to you. And then when there is synchronicity and there is magnetism, what happens? The right people, the right places, the right actions, the right words, the right opportunities, you begin to attract them. So I'm going to give you, for those who haven't written their sign and seal ritual, in the program, maybe you are going to use the program as your own sign and seal. We gave everybody a pen, right? Do you all have pen? Okay, now do you all have the program? This piece of paper. Okay, now let's share this to everybody. For those who don't have their sign and seal, this is why we put this here. You are going to write. I'm going to lead you in a moment of meditation where you are going to plug in to your higher self. Right? And then from your higher self, you are going to start writing. Are you ready? If you have written it, no problem. You know, there is no... Because in 30 minutes, we are going to seal what we have written. In 30 minutes, we are going to seal what we have written. See mine. This is mine. Now, I'm going to tell you something I've always shared with those who attend our master classes. Divide your life into 4 areas. The 4 most important aspects of your life. It's called your 4 square of desire, right? The 4 quadrants of your life. Because you are meant to be the architect. Divide into the 4 quadrants of your life. The first one is your soul, your mind. So that quadrant covers your soul, your mind, your emotions. That's the first one. The second quadrant covers your health, your fitness, your diet. The third one is your money, your business, your career, the vacation you want to manifest, the kind of car. And then the last one is your relationship, your family. What else do you need outside of these 4 quadrants? Nothing. If these 4 quadrants are well, then every aspect of your life will be fine. So when we begin the meditation, you are going to think about those 4 aspects of your life. And you're going to start writing from that place. From your higher self. Your higher self knows what you need now. Your higher self knows that a lot of the things that you are chasing are wants. They are not needs. Are you ready? Now, a lot of people will say that when they meditate, a lot of things are still crossing their mind. It's okay. Meditation is not the art of fighting your thoughts. No. Let it be. You are meant to let it be. Let everything be. Are you ready? Place your 2 hands on your laps. You are going to close your eyes. Okay, on a normal day, you know, the reason I didn't say this is because I don't want people to say, I don't have this, I don't have. On a normal day, normally, you are meant to use a golden pen. The golden line of infinity. When you study color psychology, or you study color from an esoteric perspective, you understand that colors are actually communicating to you. Colors actually have they speak something. That's why companies don't just use colors for anything. That's why you will not see a psychiatric home use red to paint their wall. Somebody who is already mad, they will see red. You see them use white, light blue, and all that. So and gold represents infinite abundance. And what your sign and seal needs to power itself is the element of infinite abundance. So on a norm, you are meant to use a golden pen, a golden ink. The ink is meant to be a golden ink. And it's meant to be a golden envelope. It can be a white paper so you can see it clearly. It can be a golden paper, why not? Except you have looked and searched all around the world and you couldn't find. Then you can use an alternative, right? And there is golden envelope and pen and paper available at the back. So some of you need to take that extra. Let me tell you something that you need to understand about rituals. How many of you here, you do rituals? You're afraid to raise your hand? What is a ritual? Because what you're about to do tonight is a ritual. I hope you know. What is a ritual? Ritual is not the cutting of head and slicing of somebody's organ. No. That's actually not a ritual. That's organ harvests. A ritual is a symbolic act that represents your intention and that you do consistently. That's what a ritual is. And people who use people's liver and breast, it is not a symbolic act representing their intention. No. And one of the ways to breathe life into a ritual is to be dramatic about it. Do you see the way our ancestors do rituals? Even prayer is a ritual. Do you see the way he asks you want to drink Holy Communion in the church? In reverential order. This blood. And everybody. So if you have sinned, don't eat it. If you eat it, if you have sinned and you eat this, it's condemnation. You're going to... So the truth of the matter is, when you are carrying out acts like this, there should be some emotions and drama, because the goal is to generate the feelings of your desire. Because the feeling is the prayer. Religion told you that your feelings don't matter. Yeah. When you are dealing with God, forget about your feelings and your brain. No. You are using your brain this night. Because your brain is not just an organ of tissues. Your brain is one of the most valuable assets in your spiritual estate. Because listen to me, everything you are going to write in your sign and seal, right? When neuroplasticity kicks in, new neurons are going to be formed in your brain, and it will influence your action. The places you go, the way you talk, it is the functionality of your brain. It is spirituality. Anyone telling you we are dealing with God, drop your brain, is somebody you run away from. With due respect to our, recently one of our daddy said, leave your brain. And I was like, Daddy, okay, no problem. You are over 80. You can leave your brain. You are done. You are almost out of this place. But all you young people, don't worry, leave your brain. Nothing will happen for you in this life. Because your brain is a spiritual asset. Your hand is a spiritual asset. Your body is not just skin and tissue and all of that. Your body is a temple. Your body is a temple. And when you engage in this practice, these rituals consistently, what happens is your body will start obeying the command of your soul. So your body is the instrument that carries out the functionality of your soul. That's what your body does. There are people who they go to places they don't want to go. They say the things that they don't want to say. I hope you know there are people like that. They eat the kind of food they don't want to eat. They know that this food is not good for them, but they keep eating it. Because their body is working against their soul. Because in this incarnate existence, your soul is the main thing. Nothing can happen to your spirit. I've said that before, right? Nothing can happen to your spirit. Your spirit is a part of God. So there is no such thing as a spirit of poverty. If it is a spirit, it is good. So what happens with your sign and seal ritual is that your soul is activated. Leave your spirit alone. Your spirit is fine. It will forever be fine. Because the reason you have a soul is because of your spirit. You don't have a spirit because of your soul. You have a soul because there is a spirit. You have a body because there is a soul. Right. So your soul in this incarnate is not more important than your body. In your sign and seal, when it comes to your manifestation, every of your faculty, they are meant to work together. They are all relevant and important. So the reason most people are finding it very hard to manifest their desire, you know what happens? Because their soul is corrupt. And when the soul is corrupt, the spirit goes into recession. Because the spirit will never take part in a corrupt soul. When the soul is corrupt, the spirit can never participate. So it is the soul that is corrupt that is envious, that cannot manage the tendency to be envious. It is the soul that is corrupt that cannot manage the tendency to steal, because the soul is corrupt, not the spirit. The spirit does not steal. The spirit is a part of one, the law of one, divine consciousness. God, that's what the spirit is. But the soul is a contract. I am a soul contract. I have a soul contract. Relating with you is your energetic field, right? The reason you can see me, we can connect, is because I have a soul, you have a soul. And somehow in my soul contract, we belong to the same family, frequency family. In your soul, it is a contract in your soul. Part of the contract is that you are going to be here today. And right here, you are here. So what this does to you is that it energizes your soul. And when the soul is energized, what happens? It begins to reflect in all the other quadrants of your life. It begins to reflect in your actions, your decisions. You are no longer depressed, because depression is a disease of the soul. Greed is a disease of the soul. My brother, welcome. My brother just came from the US. It's my first time seeing him. Welcome. It is a disease of the soul. Yes, I'm going to get there. So now, put your hands on your laps, guys. Sit upright, chest out, like the daughter or the son of a king. You are the daughter. You are sitting on your throne. Close your eyes. The reason you close your eyes is because of focus, so you can focus. Now, whilst you close your eyes, I want you to think about the most recent pleasant events that took place in your life. The most recent event that took place, and it was so pleasant, you loved it. Think about it. Think about the pattern, the people, the place, the feeling, the impression that was created. Think about it. Think about what you said. Create the images. Picture it. Think about it. If it's a pleasant feeling and you are thinking about it, you are almost going to start smiling because it was pleasant to you. Now, think about something that you desire. So, e.g., you desire a car. Now, picture that exact car you desire, the image of that car you desire. Picture yourself going to that car. Opening the door. Picture the people in your life right now that if you buy a car, they will be present to celebrate with you. Picture them. Who is that person in your life right now that if you, I'm using car as an example, it could be any other thing. Who is that person in your life that if you buy a car right now, that is the first person that will know? Picture that person coming to you to come and congratulate you. Picture both of you having conversations about this car that you just bought, this house you just bought, this healing you just got. And then picture yourself entering the car and turning on the ignition. Hear the sound of the car. Hear it. Hear the sound of the car. Now, picture yourself driving the car to the place that if you get a car right now, you will drive it to that place. Picture yourself driving your car to that place. Now, let's assume that you are driving the car to your family house. Of course, you have your parents, your siblings. Picture them rushing to come and meet you to congratulate you. Picture them in their human form and image, coming to come and celebrate with you. Now, imagine and picture your response to their congratulations. And then picture yourself bringing out a bottle of wine and presenting it to your parents or your uncle and giving it to them. To announce that you just got a car, you just got a house, you just got this love in your life. You just... Now, stay in that feeling. Don't rush out of it. Stay there. Don't rush out of it. Stay in that feeling. Stay there. Don't rush out. Create more images by yourself. Create more images of this experience. Create them. Now, begin to give thanks. You're going to open your mouth gently and you're going to start giving thanks for that which you have manifested right now, begin to give thanks. Begin to give thanks for it. I am thankful. I am grateful. I am happy. I am loved. I am capable. I am strong. I am blessed. I'm lifted. I rise. I rise. I am healed. I am prosperous. I'm rich. I'm favored. I enjoy preferential treatment. Now, picture a golden light. If you can do this successfully, it's beautiful. Picture a golden light. Right in front of you. A golden light with sparkles. Picture it. Now, say after me. It is my season of abundance. It is my season of infinite abundance. It is my season of abundance. It is my season of manifestation. It is my season of soul contract. It is my season of manifestation. It is my season of victory. It is my season of love. It is my season of favor. Stay in that feeling. Don't leave yet. Stay there. Now, for those of you who have not written your sign and seal, you are going to, for 5 minutes, open your eyes and just start writing. You are going to begin with your name. From me, so person, to the universe, to God, to whatever. And then you start with, I am so happy and grateful that so. Now, open your eyes and start writing. If you are watching online, open your eyes and start writing. You are writing from your higher self. You are writing from the place of your desire fulfilled. Begin to write now. 5 minutes. Because at 8 p.m., I'm going to give you an opportunity to declare what you have in your letter. We have 9 minutes to 8 p.m. So 5 minutes, you are going to write, those who have not written. And then the next 5 minutes, you declare what you have written, and then we seal it. You are not going to open it until 2026, August 8th. So start writing. Don't be in a hurry. Whatever you are able to write, write it, no problem. Now you are going to declare what you have written in your life path number. If you don't know your life path number is the addition of your day of birth, your month of birth, and your year of birth. If you don't know that, then declare what you have written 9 times. 9 times. Declare it. As you declare from conviction. Declare from the feelings fulfilled. Declare like you already have it. Declare like you already have it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you have anything like gum, whatever, you can use it to seal it. If not, when you get to the house, you seal it. Now, exactly 8 p.m. is 7:59 here. When it's exactly 8 p.m., you are going to say, I sign and I seal this in love. Now say after me. I sign and I seal this in love. Now say that. One more time. 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 One more. And lastly, I sign and I seal this in. Put your hands together for yourself. Now, what do you do when you get home? You are going to take this to a corner in your house and set an alarm for August 8, 2026. And you will not, for any reason whatsoever, make I go check whether this thing. You will not check this letter at all. This is my sign and seal in 2024, 2025, yeah. You will not go and check anything. How do you feel? How do you feel? Can you pass the mic to the audience? I would like to hear from people. When we were meditating, how did you feel? Can you share with us briefly how you felt? Someone help him with the mic. He's carrying a camera. Okay. Pius. Okay. Desmond. I would like one or two people to share with us how they felt. How did you feel when we were meditating? How did you feel?
Hello.
Good day, everyone. So, of the meditation, I felt so sweet, so happy, so satisfied, and so whole.
Fantastic. She felt so sweet, so happy, so satisfied, and so whole. Fantastic. Thank you. Someone else, share with us, how did you feel during the meditation? How did you feel? Okay, all right. As if you were in a cloud.
Yes, I
So
felt very free.
she was moved, she was teleported to that place of nothing, where it was only her. She was the only one that was existing. She wants to say something about how she felt.
During the course of the meditation, I felt this vibration. I don't know how to place it, but I felt this vibration, and I kept thinking about things I've said and the blessings that have come.
Fantastic. Let's put our hands together for beautiful, 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 beautiful. So go home with this same energy and thanksgiving and gratitude. No doubt, no fear. Listen, you are going to encounter a lot of situations that will warrant you doubting. It is a test. It is to test your resilience. It is to test whether you really believe what you have done. It's normal. It is not that when you step out of this place, you just see a helicopter that will take you into the sky. No. It's normal. Rejoice. Create that environment of joy around yourself. If you get home, if you have to dance, dance. She feels like dancing right now. How many people here feel like dancing right now? Which music do you want to dance? Which music? Do you want us to play music for you? Can we play music and let people dance? That's fantastic. Okay, what music now?
You can tell them to come this way, maybe for 5 minutes. Possibly.
I love that people want to dance. Yes. But that's a beautiful song. Can we have that song? Joy is coming. Yeah. Edward, he said, let them dance. You two, you won't dance. Please, before the energy drops, let's play the music before they change their mind. Thank you. Thank you. We have people on online who are commenting and. Come and dance here. Let them see you. Come and let them see you here dance. Hey! Yeah, dance. Hey! You guys are not dancing, no. Chairman, show the people who are dancing. No, after this one. No, because they will soon come and. Put your hands together for yourselves. I love that. Some announcements. The ICC continues tomorrow. And we're going to start tomorrow with the virtual session. 9 a.m. we're going to have Andrew Mohammed, who is going to speak to us on rewriting and retelling the African story, and a couple of other virtual speakers. And then after that, in the evening, you don't want to miss the evening session tomorrow. It starts at 2 p.m. We're going to have Dr. Iwowari. If you want to understand energy healing, how many of you here know about energy healing? Reiki. How many people here know about Reiki work? Most of the challenges that you are faced with in life, they are not demons trying to afflict you. It is an energy problem. Energy is not flowing properly from one part of your body. There are some traumas that are stored in your kidney. Yeah. There are some traumas stored in your liver. There are some traumas stored in your private parts. Some are stored in your head. And Dr. Iwowari is an expert that would help you figure out how to use the phenomenon of energy to heal yourself. You don't want to miss it. It's a physical session that starts at 2 p.m. And then we have other people who are also going to focus on the area of health, on the area of physical fitness, and some other aspects of life. So you don't want to miss that tomorrow. So thank you so much for coming tonight. Go in peace and see you tomorrow. Thank you.